criminal cases against police have received as much public attention as the killing of 16-year-old Nathaniel Julies. You'll remember he had Down syndrome and he was from Eldorado Park here in Gauteng. But satisfaction and an outcome his family would be an exception, says the investigative news website Viewfinder. Its analysis has found that almost none of the cases of children allegedly killed by police or of those who have died in custody in recent years have resulted in police officers being held accountable. That is a disturbing interpretation. I'm going to talk now to Daneel Knoetze from Viewfinder. Good afternoon to you and welcome. This is what the family says, according to your report. We just hope that there are no glitches in this case and that justice will take its course. For the moment, we are happy with proceedings. Do you think the Julies family then is being a little optimistic?
Not necessarily, Jeremy. I think the point that we were trying to make is that for the criminal justice system to move as swiftly in arresting and bringing to court alleged perpetrators and killings, not just of children, not just killings, in fact, any violent crime by police officers in South Africa, is rare for it to happen with such swiftness. The public attention on the Julies case might well see the pressure on the NPA and on the court system generating a conviction in this case. That's early to judge that. The point is essentially, though, that the potential for satisfaction in the Julies case is enhanced by the public attention. And when we look at the data, we can see that the majority of families of children who have lost, or families of children who have been killed by the police have not seen similar satisfaction. The vast majority of these cases do not end in criminal or disciplinary prosecutions.
And Daneel, you make the point in your extensive report that IPID has a habit of completing superficial investigations to inflate performance statistics. Again, that is of great concern.
Quite right. This is not a new finding, incidentally. This is a finding that we published in an expose on the Police Investigative Directorate in October last year. It's almost been a year since that finding came out. Incidentally, IPID has committed to looking at how it measures performance, how it manages cases, how it prioritizes serious offences by police officers within the very meagre and limited resources that it has. That's a slow process, changing policies of a national department. It's encouraging, though, and I think that it's something that we need to, as the originator of those findings in Viewfinder, we need to keep reminding the public, IPID, of its commitment, and Parliament, who ultimately provides oversight, that the police watchdog has had a history of poor investigations, of completing them, and of generating performance statistics without actually having an impact on police conduct and accountability, or at least without actually measuring, engaging, and pursuing an impact on police conduct and accountability.
Just a quick answer, because we're starting to run out of time. It's not only a thorough investigation that is needed in this case and others, but you also make the point that it's the tonality of the investigation. Probing needs to be more victim-centered.
I think a finding that we've elevated in this report for the first time, really, or in as much detail, is that many IPID complainants that don't receive the public attention that the Julies case has feel disillusioned with the directorate, they feel stonewalled, they don't feel like there's enough feedback on the progress of investigations. And I think that the new executive director has broken with this tradition, I guess, in really presenting herself to victims, presenting a face of IPID that is sensitive to victims' needs for clarity, for closure, for justice, and for a perception that the justice system is moving and that investigations are moving. That certainly is encouraging, but it's something that would have to permeate through the directorate and down to the individual investigator level.
Well, it's a fine piece of analytical investigation. Daneel Knoetze from Viewfinder, the investigative website. Thank you very much for joining us.